Thanks for clicking on Just Beast. I'm your trainer Jasper Bravo, and on this workout we're going to train our forearms, just to have those. You want to fold your long sleeved arms and you have that awesome vascular arm popping, and this is the video for you if that's what you want. Now of course we have to check out how the physique has been going, and so far the progress is awesome. We thank God, because as you know, it is one step at a time, one workout at a time, as we move forward, one meal at a time. So today we want to train forearms, and I want to advise you that you can always train your forearms every single day or every other day. Why so? It's because they tend to recover really fast. That's why. So you should not fear that maybe you're overtraining your forearms. It's one of those workouts that can take so much beating and you'll still survive it. So you don't ever fear training them a lot. You can always, so you have no excuse for having small forearms. And there are many people who don't train their forearms. It's okay if you're the guys who their forearms just grow by training biceps and triceps. There are people who have that, because you know, anytime you grip stuff, anytime you do any workout, there's a way you're using your grip, and that is your forearm. But if you want that crazy forearms, you have to train them directly. And we are starting with these cable curls, and we're starting it with the overhead grip. This one is the one that hits the behind part of the forearm, and here we are aiming for very high reps. That's why you notice that we're doing the lightweight, and the first set is also basically a warm-up set. So it's not a matter of how much weight are we lifting on this first set. It's all about warming up the forearm, getting it ready, just to avoid any sort of injury. You know, guys, right now we have some shoulder injury, and it's us who brought it on ourselves. You know, in Swahili we say, we're the one who brought this on ourselves, because we did not warm up before starting our workouts, and the shoulder got hurt. But still, life goes on. We have to continue, we have to move and give it time to heal. So that's why today we're just hitting forearms, then we go our way. Now we're doing the overhead. That one is now the overhead curl. I do this just to allow me to hit that forearm from different angles, as you notice. Yes, this one allows that forearm to be shocked, and also to hit different heads of the same muscle. You need that so that you have that well-round, fully packed arm. You see that arm that if somebody touches your forearm, they feel like they're touching some log of wood. You want it to be so tough that when somebody kicks you and you use it to guard yourself, because that's what we use most of the time as our guard when, like, let's say somebody kicks or tries to punch on your face or your body, around your organs, you always put your forearm forward, and you need it strong for that too, of course. Now we're going to the next workout. This one is the hammer curls, but now a little bit twisted inwards, just to allow us to hit that forearm from a different angle. Always know that anytime you do these hammer curls, you're normally training both your biceps, that is the long head of the biceps, and the forearm at the same time. So always have that in mind. It's just one of those compound movements that work out more than one muscle group. Now we are heading to the next set, and yes, it is that cable extension. Now this one we have added a little bit of weight just to make it more difficult. We need it to give us that tension that we all are looking for. So another tip, if you want to grow a good forearm, don't forget also, of course, to eat. It's the proteins that will act like the building blocks to make that happen. So this is like, for instance, if you want to build a house, you'll of course need the tools, which are the weights. Then you will need also to prepare the land, right? To go and, you know, make the land ready, even dig some foundation of the house. I'm assuming that the house is going to be a story building. Then after that, for the house to grow or to stand, you have to bring in materials. That's where the food comes in as far as your workout is concerned. So you can do all this, but if you don't eat, the house will just remain prepared but never built. You need the materials to build it too. That's why you need to eat. You need to eat. If you want to grow, you need to eat. If you want to lose weight, you need to eat. Either way. That's why they say that the abs are built in the kitchen. By the way, even the muscles, they're also built in the kitchen. So this is the second set of the hammer curls. You can notice that we are supersetting those two workouts. Then we rest for a few minutes. Then we go and do these wrist curls, and this one is behind. We are using this behind my laps. Number one, because I usually have an issue with my wrist. So if I try doing this while seated, I feel a little bit of pain on that muscle. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Then another thing, people don't do this workout a lot by the way. I don't know why, but it's very important to hit that part of the forearm, because when you do the hammer curls, you just hit the front part of your forearm, but when you want to hit this back part of the forearm, you need to do these wrist curls, and you make sure you control the weight, and then you get at the top there, because this movement is super short. When you get back there, up there, you can of course hold for a few seconds before you get the weight back down. Then of course we superset it with the super spoonated hammer curls with the same weight, which are this is 17.5 kilograms by the way, if you are wondering, and we just aim for those awesome reps. Then we rest for a few seconds, of course. Then we come now to the behind. We've added a little bit of weight by the way, if you notice, and then we do the behind lap wrist curls. And on this one, you can see I'm bending like that just to allow me to get more range of motion on that wrist, and at the same time protecting it from any further injury, because as you know, I actually have this injury that has just decided that it's not going to get away, so we have to deal with it. That is, we have to train with it anyway. We've waited and it's not getting cured. Maybe it needs some medical care. Before that, it will have to wait. Now there's another set for hammer curls, the super spoonated hammer curls. We're using 17.5 kilograms, if so you wanted to know. And then now we go to another reverse grip bar curls. This one is another awesome workout for the forearms and the biceps at the same time, and you can see we are using super heavy weights just to make us strain that muscle. Sometimes when training, it's okay to strain. That's just my philosophy. As long as you're doing it safely without hurting yourself, you can always train while training. I know that's kind of a tongue twister, but you know, I'm an artist by the way. Then you go to the next arm twist, and this one is also for the front part of the forearm, and this one we put the arms on our laps. Then we just move the fingers up and down like that, and yeah, that will be a very awesome pump. Right now, of course, my grip is becoming weaker because the forearms are getting tired. As you know, if you're somebody who has learned a little bit of muscles anatomy, and it's that these forearm muscles are the ones which are responsible for your grip. So if you want to have a stronger grip while working out, you need to train your forearms too, just in case you didn't know. That's another reason to start training your forearms by the if you haven't considered doing so. Yeah, that's another set. That's the second set for that. Collectively, we want to do at least 6 sets for both the front and the back part of the forearm, and that will be good enough for the workout. And right now we are on the next set of this reverse grip, and now that's how the forearm is looking right now. As you see, can you see how vascular this is right now? Can you see how pumped it is? That's what we are looking for all the time when we train our forearms. Now let's see. This is how our physique is looking right now. This is how you can see how the pose always looks better when you have a good pump on your forearms. It always feels awesome. So just train your forearms, and you can see there's a very awesome definition that comes between the forearm and the biceps as long as you train them. So if those are not enough reasons for you to start training your forearms, then I don't know which one will be. But in the meantime, you do you, as long as you have something that you're doing that is making you stay active and you move towards your goal. We all can't have same goals. Some of us want big forearms, some of us just want to look slim, some of us just want to have a six-pack abs. We all have our dreams, and as long as you know yours, you just go for it one day at a time. And if you subscribed, thank you, and if you liked, thank you, and let me see you in the next one.